here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just... adds to the excitement.
So the Wolverines starting five. Freak in at shooting guard. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then it's Smith. Then it's Flash in at the one spot. Here's Hudson. No good from outside. Well, George. Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. They've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s. One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Tries it from 19. Bank shot. No good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And he gets it to go.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Hoyas on D. Trailing by 2. There's a screen. Pass to Ellis. Pass to Flash. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Hoyas.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. .135 left here in the first half. On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at the point. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then it's Smith, and it's Banks in at the 2 guard. Here's Freak. And once again off the mark by Michigan.
Boy, it's been tough for Freak here in the first half. Not sure why he's been so slow out of the gate, but you can see he's not himself.
And guys, with the production he puts up, he's going to see a lot of different looks defensively, and it seems to be throwing him off just a bit. Hopefully, he'll be able to relax a bit and just let the game come to him.
Launches a 3. The shot is off. Freak's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of it.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Trice. That's tipped. Here's Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's Randolph. No good with the triple. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Georgetown leads by 5. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Trice. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard. And for the Wolverines, Freak in at 2-guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then there's Flash. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Randolph passes to Trice. Hudson kicks to Price. Hoyas moving the ball around. The drive by Randolph. Offensive rebound. Makes it off the glass. Randolph's got 9.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Flash. 11 feet away. It's hauled in by the Hoyas. Hudson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Now the feed to Trice. Price outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Jones. Freak with it.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin,
Michigan trails by 11. We've got Hodges. And it's Felix in at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Freak.
he's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now here's Harkless. Not a lot of room. Gonzalez. Rebounded by Flash.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Felix. Kicks to Joseph. They double in with Freak. From deep. And that one's good. And Georgetown leads by 12.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
And amazing that they hold the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a high level and remain in control.
Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession. Hoyas leading by 12. And here's Trice. And the foul called on Freak. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the single bonus, so they'll have 1-1 right now and that chance at the line.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
Looking to end his cold spell, and it's good on the layup. .116 left here in the second half of the game. Now here's Trice. They double in with Freak. Randolph dishes to Warren, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Warren's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hoyas.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Hoyas.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Randolph. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Screen by Ellis.
Move the ball.
32 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here's Flash. And Jones has it in the corner. Off target from outside. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
To the wing on the left. Warren kicks to Price. Now Trice. So the Hoyas win it. A confident win in one.
Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's
I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance.
On today's season,
This day will come. I'm hiding this trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me. They think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I in the heart with bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the prophet.
Come here real quick. No, I just saw Ignorance downtown. Let me put you on. Word, he down there bugging. He got them ill and out.
Let's continue the saga. Mad drama. I'm at this chick. She said she knew where Ignorance was at.
Tune in
I said
now.
where? She said downtown. He had. I think the line is a setup. I can smell it, but Ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Hoyt and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the A train. I'm being followed. My 7th sense is danger. I turn around this anger, and he brought a marble along. It's the same old song. Despair and animosity got broke with the swiftness. I don't know what they think this is. I feel a sharp pain in my neck, now I can't see on my hair. They hit me with a dart filled with the pork chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the Prophet.
Yo, Prophet, ignorance is tired of you following them around. We about to put it out right now. Animosity, Sphere, what's up? Get him!
A few minutes passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. It was that chick with some of Ignorance's boys. She said, Prophet, we got you beat. By the way, I'm Mr. Ignorance's wife, Deceit. But enough talk now for your haircut. When the clippers touch my hair, they blew. After the explosion, there was no one left. Cause I know dim mop, poison hand, touch of death. My vision's still kinda blurry, but I see a clue. Ignorance is at the library. I hurry with like.
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the 2 spot.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Move the ball.
Pass to Freak. That's good.
And the Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Here's Flash. Jones drives in. Terry grabs the board.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Oubre dishes to Terry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Kansas always seems to be in.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Williams, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
They double him with Freak. Daniels gets to Terry. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. The Wolverines leading by 3. Fires, high post, no good. Good D by Williams. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Nice D from Freak. Michigan with the ball. And stolen by Williams. And so it's a close. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Freak in at shooting guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan, and it's Lee in at the point. Here's Lee. And for the Wolverines, Freak in at 2 guard. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then it's Smith. Then it's Flash in at the 1 spot.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as a skill set.
Lights checked in for Freak. And the Jayhawks making a change here. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Launches a 3. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Lee passes to Gaines. Calderon dishes to Lee. Here's Jenkins. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 8 points.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
You can see the emphasis is to get out and run.
Lee passes to Boss. Here's Gaines. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so here's Kansas. Trailing by 2. The pass to Boss. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Calderon, no good. Right side, Knight. Ellis outside. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Jones has gone 1 of 4 so far. The dish now to Gaines. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Gaines has got it all tied up now for the Jayhawks.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
They get a hand on it. It's Jones on the wing. Again, the miss by Jones.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Boss, and it's Lee in at the point. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Ellis kicks to Freak. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Freak.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Duncan right side. Nice break. Here come the Wolverines. Here's Crawford. Daniels with it. Pass to Duncan. And Duncan gets double teamed. Oubre dishes to Terry. He feeds it to Oubre. Here's Dedmon. No good off the back of the rim. And Michigan has possession. Here in the fourth quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wolverines.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint because those have been big.
Feeds it to Daniels. They double him with Freak. Daniels kicks to Oubre. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the Jayhawks making a change here. Frazier's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
They really had to have those free throws. It's down to a one-possession lead.
Here's Flash. He's covered by Daniels. Picks it out to Crawford. There's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And checking out the game for Freak. 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Some changes for Kansas. Gaines is checked in, and Lee subbed in for Daniels.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Kansas trails by 4. .115 left here in the second half. Releases from 15, and the Jayhawks again can't hit. The Wolverines leading by 4. The feed to Jones. Rebound by Gaines.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Lee outside. Gaines gets to Lee. He dishes it to Gaines. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Kansas. 44 seconds left to play here in the second half. So they foul intentionally. And Michigan has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. The second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Duncan outside. The 3-ball. Rebound by Smith. And he commits the intentional foul. And he's unable to get anything at the line this time.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
It's stolen by Jones, and now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. 20 seconds left in the second half of basketball.
George Stevenson.
Here's Williams. Here's Jenkins. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
Count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Lee kicks to Terry. Pass to Lee. And the wide-open shot from Duncan. Buries it from outside. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
At the line for 2.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Lee. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so it's Michigan winning this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans love it.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward position. On defense, Michigan. They double him with Freak. Hawkins kicks to Evans. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Flash. He's covered by Hawkins. Smith. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. They get it back. The layup off target. Michigan with the ball. Flash passes to Freak. Drops in the layup for 2.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here. Here's Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. And it's Gibson in at the power forward.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Freak. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Badgers leading by 3. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Smith dishes to Crawford. Feeds it to Freak. They set the screen. And there's another one for the Wolverines.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Hill kicks to Decker. Puts it up from 12. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 7 points for Sam Decker.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
Now the dish to Crawford. There's 25 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. Jefferson's shot is off.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. The game, we're in the single bonus, and they'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And for the Badgers, they've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot. And for the Wolverines, Freak in at shooting guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then it's Flash in at the 1 spot. Here is Hawkins. Launches it. Offensive rebound.
That's the wall.
And that one's good. Evans has got the lead up to 7 now for the Badgers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Wolverines making it. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now, here's Stevenson. And he overshot that one, missing. The Badgers leading by 9. Now Hawkins. The pass to Conley. Payton in the corner. And stolen by Wright. Stevenson against Gibson. Stevenson passes to Freak. Lets it fly from 18. Can't get it to go. Conley left side. Pass to Hawkins. And stolen by Knight. Here's Freak. Goes back up. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Wright.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Payton is out there. With Hawkins, and it's Conley in at the small forward position, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And that one misses. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Michigan trails by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Smith's shot is good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Payton dishes to Decker. Got a piece of it. Payton kicks to Decker. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And 11 points for Sam Decker.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Hawkins checked in for Payton, and Ellis drops them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second half. Here's Kaminsky. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Michigan trails by 7. Passes it to Jones. 3-pointer. And that one's good.
So you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
We've got 1:28 left here in the second half. Kaminsky. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second half. Flash passes to Freak. Three-pointer. And the Wolverines another three.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Here's Decker. Hawkins kicks to Decker, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Freak. It's good. What a beautiful shot to put him to within 3.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now, here is Hill. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values